This gingerbread Christmas wreath with hand-painted gingerbread girl turned out adorable. Hey guys, my name is Tracy. I love to share crafty ideas with a bit of rustic country charm, just like today's projects. Guys, the other day I shared how I painted up and created this cute little gingerbread girl, and today I'm going to be using her as a wreath attachment for this Christmas wreath. I'm so glad that you're here, and let's get started. The wreath base is a 24-inch evergreen wreath form from Hobby Lobby. I am just kind of bending it or mashing it in the middle so it's more oval shape rather than round. Then I just kind of pick up and fluff up all of the tinsel ties. Now what I'm doing here is I had picked this tip up from another wreath maker, and honestly I didn't even really need it. He just kind of does this to kind of attach the sign that he puts on the wreath, and I don't know, maybe I'm not doing it right, but I didn't even need to do it. But these are just little garland, little extra, almost they're like pipe cleaners, and so I just kind of crisscross them in the back for the little sign. Now I want to get the cable ties on my little gingerbread girl because I need to let that dry. And again, I painted this in a previous video. I will link to that if you want to see from start to finish how I created this sweet little girl. But what I do, guys, for my wreath signs is I put 1-inch cable ties on them, and then I add E6000 as well as hot glue, and then I add pipe cleaners, and that is how I attach my sign to the actual wreath frame for all of my wreaths. These are the 4 10-inch deco mesh that I'm going to be using for this wreath. I cut them in, like 14 inches, and then I got a little bit longer. I'm doing the cruffle technique, or that's what I call it, where I bend it on the end and on each end, gather it in the middle, and then it kind of looks like a taco or a cruffle. That's just what I call it. Bend it in the middle like that, gather it, and then I clamp it. I like to get all of my deco mesh cut and rolled up, and then I go ahead and add it to my wreath. I'm going to be alternating these 4 different meshes around this wreath, and I'm cutting 6 pieces of each of these deco mesh, and so that gives me 24 pieces of deco mesh. This beautiful ribbon came from Craft Outlet, and this is was my inspiration for the little gingerbread girl. When I painted her, I wanted all of the pink and the turquoise or teal and the glitter. I just love it so much. So I'm using my perfect tail boards just to measure out 14 inches. I got those over at Burlap Boutique, and I have a link for that in the description if that is something that you would like to check out. Just bending those in the middle and then making the cut up to give it a nice finished edge. And then I'm going to be cutting 8 of each of these, and then I'm going to be using some 2.5-inch glittery, but it is wired ribbon that I got from Sam's, and that was several years ago. And I cut that at 14 inches as well. And then I'm going to be making some ribbon bundles by crisscrossing the ribbons and then just stapling them with my little tiny attacher, a little stapler that I got from Amazon. And then I just like to kind of work in sections like this, and it just kind of streamlines it and just helps get all of my little embellishments and everything that I want to put into my wreath. So then I have this, I think it's like 7/8 inch velvet ribbon from Craft Outlet, and I cut that about probably about 18 inches. I cut one turquoise and one pink, and then I crisscrossed them, made a little loop, and then I am just taking this 1.5 inch pink ribbon and then this glittery with the pink swirls. I got that from Craft Outlet. I'm cutting that about 20 inches, each of those, and I'm making some loops. I'll be adding that into the wreath all the way around just like that.